All right, here we go. Boosie Badass, welcome back to VladTV.
What up, Vlad?
Hey man, we're getting right back into it. It's been a few months.
Yeah, it been a few
We've
months.
upset a lot of people last time we did it. We're about to do it right over again.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into it. First of all, I just want to point out the video you posted of you buying your son, what is it, Jaguar truck?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You got 5 bands in that too?
That's dope. Was he asking for the Jaguar truck, or that was something you just came up with yourself?
Nah, he kind of thought he was gonna get a coupe. But he been wanting a Jag. Then he switched it up. He kept switching it up, so he didn't know what he was gonna get. He knew he was gonna get a car, but he didn't know what he was gonna get. So I got him a brand new Jag. 100 miles on the dash.
Okay, so you decided to get your son the Jaguar truck. Now, is this your oldest child?
Nah, this my third oldest. I got grown children. Yeah, this my third oldest. He just turned 16. He been doing good in school. Every time my kids make 16, I always told them I was gonna get them a car. So it's not big as people think to us.
Okay, so your two older kids, you bought them cars too?
Yeah, my other daughter got a Porsche. My other daughter got a Audi 7.
You're not messing around with these cars, man. You're not getting them like Honda Civics or nothing else like that, huh?
I mean, they my kids. They shouldn't be in no Honda Civics. I just feel like I want them to. I want them to. I want them to. Just feel like feel like they are blessed kids. I just want them to feel like they are blessed kids.
I mean, how does it feel? I mean, because I'm just going to guess based on our previous, interviews that when you turn 16, your parents didn't get you nothing.
Nah, and it's crazy because after my son party, we went to the hood and we was shooting dice and shit, and the parking lot where we was shooting dice at, that's where I had my sweet 16th birthday party under that carport when my uncle was staying there. So it was kind of a flashback. But I ain't had no car nothing like that either. So.
You come from an environment where your parents were struggling. They're barely able, to pay their own bills, much less get you any kind of car, much less a luxury car. And you turn around and you've been getting every one of your children a luxury car. You're talking about a Porsche, an Audi, and a Jaguar when they turn 16. And it seems like you're going to continue this with the rest of your kids.
I am, yeah.
Man, how does that feel as a father?
Uh, it feel like I gotta work harder because like I wanted to get him a fucking Bentley truck or something like that. Shit. I wanted to. Hey, that's my boy, man. Them my kids. I want them to have everything. When you leave here, all you got is memories, Vlad. So that's what I try to do with my kids. I try to, with the little money I got, I'm a make my memories way more than somebody who got $100 million, $300 million, because they bored parents, fucking bored parents. You gotta enjoy this. God bless you with this money. You gotta enjoy this. You gotta let these kids see this. You can't get this money and have all these kids fucking trained and that. Well, that's how I raised mine, and I feel like people with money should have more fun, man. Like you blessed. Get them kids memories. Like that's what I base my stuff on. Like, and I encourage parents to do it. Like if you got money, you gotta give your kids memories, man. Like Once you done got money, you grown. You done did mostly everything you gonna do. You done did mostly everything you gonna do. I don't give a fuck what you saying. You done did most. You done fuck down there. Who you gonna fuck? You done did down there. What you gonna do? Man, let your kids reap this lifestyle. And that's what I do. Like all my stuff basically go to my kids, man. Like we just have fun.
Do you ever worry a little bit, because you being broke kind of built that fire in you to work hard and to hustle, because you knew that if you didn't get out and get it, then you're going back to poverty. But your kids are starting out with Jaguars and Porsches, and they know that the dad's going to get them no matter what. Do you worry they're just going to be like these, these rich kids who don't really do nothing?
I sit at nights and do worry about that, Vlad. But I also, it's my job to put them in fields to make them successful also. Each one of my kids are doing something. My oldest daughter rap, my second daughter's modeling, my other son rap, my 11-year-old son, he's a model. And, I'm letting them know that they got to keep this going. I let them know that. So when daddy put pressure on them, I'm not a parent who just give them things. I let them know the struggle and all the stuff that's coming with this if you don't flip your daddy money. Because when I'm gone, they got to flip it, Vlad.
Do you ever do things like take things away from them if you see they're not working hard enough? Like if they're just, taking everything you give them for granted, do you take things away?
I chew them out. I chew them out in front of they other brothers and sisters, and they don't like that. You don't like to get embarrassed in front of your brothers and sisters when your daddy get on you. Other than that, if they out of line, I beat their ass. Like I beat my kids' ass. Like, and sometimes it fall back on me because I play with my kids a lot. Me and my kids, and sometimes some of them, get a little lip. And that's when I put them in their place. And I got to put them in their place good so the other ones see round that this ain't going to be going. So, I'm a fun daddy, but I discipline them too.
Okay, when you say you beat them, how badly? Because, in 2019, that's kind of a very touchy type of thing.
I can't really talk about how bad I beat them. I don't beat them too bad, but I beat their ass, I give them a good old-fashioned, ghetto whooping.
Everyone's going to raise their kids a different way.
If you don't,
at the end of the day, it's your kids.
You spat a rod, you spat a child. That's period. That's how we was raised. That's how we was raised. Every one of our parents in our neighborhood would beat your ass. Like, we was all bad, but our moms and daddies would tear our ass up. Period. Like, like what they got going on now is wrong. It's wrong with kids, parents going to jail for disciplining their kids. That the world has changed. The world has changed. You can't even whoop your child and send them back to school with a bruise.
Well, there's two sides to every situation.
There's one side, I born you in here, I take your ass out. That's the side we was raised by.
Okay, for example, I interviewed Mob James, right? That was like one of the main bloods with Suge Knight and Death Row. He was the one that brought all the bloods over initially to Death Row and everything else like that. And he's a hardcore, mob pyru, shot people, beat people up, everything else like that. And he kind of laid out this whole story about how his father was abusive with him.
This is one of the reasons why I became what I was, because I had a father who didn't give a fuck. I had a mother that allowed this man to chastise me in a certain manner.
Well, abuse you.
Yeah. So I didn't like none of it, and everything I did when I went to school, I seen somebody I didn't like, I took off on it. I attacked it. That's the only thing that dude, when he passed, that's the only thing he gave me is how to be violent. You know what I'm saying? And going to school, 3rd grade, Teacher tell me to put the apple away. I told her, fuck you, bitch. And she grabbed me, walked me to the office. I busted her fucking nose. Now I'm chasing kids in school with butcher knives. They kicked me out of Compton Unified. They said, oh no, we can't have this no more. So I'm done.
When you look at how you were raised and how your kid, you know,
I
how
wasn't raised
your
with
parents,
abuse. I wasn't raised with abuse. I was raised with a respect. Abuse is when somebody just beat you for nothing every time he see you. I was raised with respect. You do this, you gonna get your ass beat. I knew I could get away with this person, but I can't get away with this with my daddy. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no abuse. It's abuse when he beating your ass, it feel like abuse. But no, it's respect. It's not coming home just picking on you. That's abuse, nah. It's you just bust this window across this street in this lady house, I'm finna beat your ass. You just made 3 F's, F, and got sent home from school, I'm finna beat your ass. And you know you gonna get an ass whooping. It don't like it. The stuff you do, you know you gonna get an ass whooping when you get home. Period. It ain't no abuse. It's you fucked up. Now you about to get fucked up. It ain't no abuse. It's training a child not to do wrong. If you go to school, if I whoop my child and she go to school and y'all come fuck with her daddy, who can tell us something now? Nobody. Who can tell us something now? My mama ain't. I'm gonna run over my mama too. Cause if you hit me, I'm calling the fucking police.
yeah, but in 2019, that's what happens. You know, kids call the police. You know, mothers call the police, and when the police show up, if there's any degree of anything, they'll lock you up.
I ain't going for it.
At the end of the day, they're your kids. You gonna raise them. How are you gonna raise them? You obviously love them a lot.
Right.
That's something that's not even debatable. And you know, you're the father. Do your thing. Your kids love you, and you know, I feel that the intentions are great behind what you do. And, you know, people are going to say what they're going to say, but it's your kids at the end of the day.
Right.
Y&W Melly hired the same lawyers that you used for your murder trial.
Right.
You heard about this?
Yeah, I helped him out with that. I told him who to go get.
Aha. Okay, so he was calling you from prison?
Now, I be talking to his mom sometime and, you know, keep in touch with him from time to time.
Okay, so his mom called you and said, we need some help. Free Melly.
Yeah.
So you're saying that Melly's mom called you and said, hey, we don't know what to do. We need some help?
Nah, not like that. I was just reaching out and just letting them know that, you know, you need to get Jason Williams. I had other people reaching out to him. Everybody just telling them, hey, you go get Jason, you know. Go get Jason, you know. Go get Jason, period.
Okay. And Jason Williams practices in Louisiana? Or does he practice everywhere?
Jason the best lawyer Jason is the new Johnny Cochran. If you're not hip to Jason Williams.
Okay. So when you hired Jason Williams,
Jason Williams is that's family.
Okay, so when you hired Jason Williams, he was already the best back then as well.
Oh yeah, he was a bad motherfucker. Yeah.
Okay.
It was bad.
Before you hired Jason Williams, did you have another lawyer or did you start with Jason from the beginning?
I had lawyers on my drug cases, but when I caught my murder cases, I went and got the top shark. I went and got Jason Williams, you know, the best black lawyer in the country, and I went and got Martin Reagan, you know, one of the most highly respected lawyers in Louisiana.
Okay, so Jason Williams is black.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you first met with Jason Williams, did he tell you, I'm going to get you off, I'm almost sure of it? Or did he say,
yeah, when I first met with him, I sent him my case. He came straight up there and saw me. He told me, Boosie, if this was in New Orleans, you wouldn't even been indicted. He say, Boosie, we gonna whoop this shit, just chill out. Just stop getting in trouble in jail. He say, this is bad. This is a bad rap, bro. He was like, Boosie, it's not even two people saying that you gave them money for indictment. You know, like we were trying to challenge the indictment. He was like, Boosie, this shit is, hey, don't sweat it. Just stay out of trouble. I gonna get back in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah.
How exactly, when you look at that whole case, what method did he use to get you off where it made the jury say, yeah, not guilty?
I wouldn't say it's no method. I ain't finna explain no methods of my.
Well, no, I don't mean method, but it's like, what did he prove? What did he show in the courtroom that made everyone say, okay, yeah, this is obvious?
He basically showed that it was bigger than this case. He just showed that it was bigger than what people thought it was, and it was simple than what people thought it was too. Because if you would have you would have thought I was going to trial for a good guy. How they was portraying me, like you would have thought I was, you wouldn't have knew the guy, and had 3-4 murders, been convicted of all kind of shit, like been shot 7 different times. People wouldn't have knew that. He explained to that jury, like, you're talking about Boosie. Why would Boosie want to hurt him? It's 1 million people want to hurt him. He breaks down the specifics. He breaks down the specifics of a case, and he shows you, and he's not gonna let corruption go. He's not afraid to fight corruption. He's not afraid to say, this is why you. He's not afraid to look at that DA and say, this is why you did that. Let's talk before the murders. No, this is why you really doing all this. This is why we're in that courtroom. And that's what he's not afraid. He's not afraid to say what you want to say.
How much did you spend altogether in lawyer fees to beat that murder?
I don't know, probably about $250,000. I don't know.
$250,000.
I had 2 different lawyers. Well, I had 3 different lawyers. I had a professional juror lady, who did all the big old trials, all the big cases trials. You gotta get the best when you're in trouble, man. You gotta get the best, man. You can't go in there thinking you got the money, you can go up there yourself and explain. Nah, you gotta spend that money, man. You gotta spend that money and get the best people to represent you.
At any point, did your lawyer say, hey, they're offering a plea deal, we should take it?
On my drug cases, yeah. And that's what I did. That's what he told me. He said, man, let's go and take this extra 7 years, get this out the way, run this concurrent, beat this murder, and come home.
Okay. So now this brings us to the YNW Melly case. Luckily, he actually has money. He has Murder on My Mind is a huge song, especially after he got locked up, ironically enough. And he's got album sales and everything else like that. So he actually has, if you're talking about $250,000, I'm almost positive he's got access to $250,000 to fight this. It's really kind of interesting, though, how you have to have that type of money to fight something like this. If he was YNW Melly, the SoundCloud rapper, it would probably be a rap, no matter what.
When you going into a case, when you going into a murder case, you gotta have money. Period. That's with anything. You just gotta have money, man. You just gotta have money to hire the best attorneys because they represent you. You guys gotta have money. You just gotta pray, man. You gotta have God on your side. You gotta have a little money. God make anything happen.
If we switch gears a little bit, you have the Tay-K case.
Right.
Where he actually just got sentenced to 55 years.
Right.
Were you in contact with Tay-K at all?
Nah.
Uh, what's interesting about that case is that they actually took his song, "The Race," and played it for the jury.
Yeah. They
And
played.
they actually
They do that. They played a whole day of my music.
okay, so they did this to you too. They were playing Boosie songs.
They played a
that were
whole day, 8 hours of Boosie music. The whole day.
really.
Explaining lyrics a whole day. It was a whole day, a whole Tuesday. They played a whole day of my music.
Yeah, man. And I try to tell people this because, you know, we do these interviews and people call me the feds and people somehow accuse me of trying to get people, you know, to talk about stuff. But what I say is if you are actively doing crimes, anything you say in a VladTV interview could be used against you, just like everything you rap about could be used against you. Just like everything on social media could be used against you. And you're living proof of this.
They took every lyric I had with my co-defendant name and played it. Every lyric I talk about killing in, they played it. Well, every murder lyric, really, they played it. And it was so crazy because they was trying to explain the lyrics, and some of their lyrics was wrong. They didn't even know what I was saying, but they was trying to say stuff, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, they gonna use it against you in court, you know. Anything you do on social media, they gonna use it against you in court. That's their tool. That's their tool to work with.
How'd you feel?
But I don't think TK got convicted because of the song.
Well, I mean, not because of the song, but that was part of it.
I don't think he got convicted because of the song. I think, you know, he had too many people involved in that case. That's what I think. He had too many people involved in that case. But, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't, first of all, it's a case, it's called rigmarole, man. That's a rigmarole case, man. It's too much time involved on the table, man. I wouldn't know well. All of them lying on me. I wouldn't know. I ain't aggravated. I ain't robbed shit. I ain't robbed shit. I wouldn't know well, man. Period.
Yeah, he had everyone turn against him. Like all his co-defendants, they all testified against him. They all got like 20 years to do it. So it's a pretty crazy case. And from what I understand, he has another murder case coming up.
I ain't know that.
Yeah.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, man, because he's like 19 with 55 years. You talking about getting out at 74? Like, god damn.
Niggas getting that every day, Vlad. Like, he just a rapper who got it. Niggas getting life every day, man.
You know that he's the only artist to ever have a #1 song and never perform that song in the history of music?
That's crazy, huh? That's crazy, dog. He can get all that money sent to his jail account.
Yeah.
He can get all that motherfucking money sent straight to his jail account. Nobody can't fuck with his money. He 19 too.
Yeah.
He'll be a rich as shit in jail. He can start a whole motherfucking enterprise from jail. You can make some money in prison. He can start a whole enterprise in jail.
I'm just gonna say, man, you know, you and I are older, and at 19, we both thought we knew everything, and we both thought we were smarter than everybody, and we both thought that life was at our height at 19. We both thought, oh, it can't get any better than this. We're doing it big, and now in our 30s and 40s, I'm gonna tell you that we were both stupid to think that, because life has gotten so much better since then. You know, so really just, you know, take it slow. Because your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, man, if you really play your cards right, they will be the best times of your life.
For real, dog. And you can't get them times back. Like, you know, you can't get them years back, bro, in prison, bro. You can't get them back, bro. Like, they gone, bro. Like, all you had was a boring-ass life in prison. You know, it's no comparison to the free world. no comparison in mine. It's no comparison in nothing. It's just gone, bro.
You and NBA YoungBoy have a mixtape coming out?
Yeah, we got a tape. I don't know when it's coming out, but we got a tape. Yeah.
Okay. Is there a name for it?
We ain't got no name for it yet or nothing like that. We had just gotten here a couple weeks and just cooked up a tape. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, so you guys got in the studio together and came up with it?
Yeah, he came to the crib for about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks, and we just knocked that shit out right quick.
Okay. And he actually stayed with you?
Nah, he was staying in Atlanta.
Okay.
Staying in Atlanta.
Okay, but he was going to your studio every day and knocking it out.
Yeah.
Okay, and NBA YoungBoy is one of these really exceptional talents. Like
Yeah.
he's really like, as soon as he hit and you saw how harmonic he was and how he put his songs together, it was like, okay, like this is not a regular dude right here. This dude is a standout.
Oh yeah, he a star. He a star, baby. Superstar.
What made you want to work with him?
I've been working. You know, when before y'all got on YoungBoy, I did a record for YoungBoy. You know, before everybody had got on him, I did a record for YoungBoy. So it was just about every time he called me for a record, anytime Feed'em called me for something, I'ma knock it out. You know, I like to see the niggas from my city come up. I like to see them the niggas get money. You know, so cause that, you know, that make that Baton Rouge shit stronger and stronger and stronger. So every time they had called me when he was first jumping off, they called me for something. I'm finna lay it down. Then all my little nephews, Unc, you gotta do something with YoungBoy, you know. So anything they call for, I do it for them, you know. I've been fucking with Feed'em, so.
Here you have this young dude. And how old is NBA YoungBoy? Hold on, let me look it up.
I think he like about 19, 18, 20, something like
19, he's 19. Yo, that's crazy. He is 19 years old. He is a teenager. So here you have this dude who's 19, on top of the world. He's like, I always see these charts, like he's like the most streamed
artist. He grown, man. He no teenager, no 19 years old from Baton Rouge.
Okay, well he's still 19, no matter how you want to go.
We're not teenagers. I'm telling you, Vlad, we're not teenagers at 19 years old.
Okay.
I know it seems, I know you can say that but it's not like that. We'll be 19, 20. We got children, man. We like.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's got 2 kids already that I know of.
Nah, YB got about 4 kids.
Oh, he's got 4 kids?
Yeah, I think YB got about 4.
Oh, okay. All right, so he's got 4 kids. Well, did you ever have a talk with him about all the problems that he just would have over and over and over again? You know, you got all this success, you got all this money coming, you got all these fans, and yet every like month or two you see NBA YoungBoy get into something with the law.
Vlad, you know, I holler at him. You know, I holler at him about some stuff, but you know, you gotta learn from your mistakes, Vlad. You got once you get money like that, you gotta learn from your mistakes. You know, you gotta, and the more you get, the more you not gonna listen. You know, I'm getting sacked up. I was just like that. You know, you ain't gonna listen, cause who gonna tell you something? You know, you're a boss now. Who gonna tell you something? You know what I'm saying? So I holler at him. I sometimes I get through to him, sometimes I don't. But you know, you gotta learn. You know, I just feel like all what he going through right now gonna make him smarter when he touch down. You know what I'm saying?
Is he locked up right now or no?
Yeah, he locked up right now.
Okay, right, because there was the T Grizzly situation where a 43-year-old bystander got killed.
Yeah.
And he wasn't charged for it, but I remember he went on social media, or his lawyer said that he wishes that it was him that had died because he felt so bad about that situation. You know, we don't know who this person is who died, but you know, best believe they probably got parents that are still alive and probably brothers and sisters, potentially kids. It's a tragedy. And, you know, I don't know the details of the shit, but to even be involved in it, I know that's fucking him up.
I don't know. I ain't holler at him about nothing like that.
Okay. Well, when you do sit him down and try to talk to him, does he listen or is he kind of like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do?
I don't know. Yeah, sometimes sometimes he listen. Depends on what mood he in. Depends on what mood he in, what he going through at the time. But he listened to me. But like I say, he is up right now, so he gotta learn. You know what I'm saying? He gotta learn. He got a couple more days. He got about 30 something more days. About he shorter than that. And when he get home, I'ma holler at him and see how he won't do this CD. So we get some money off.
Kodak Black is back in jail again.
Yeah.
It kind of, the NBA YoungBoy situation really reminds me of Kodak Black.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree, because you gotta understand this, Vlad. A lot of people ain't understand me before I went to jail when I used to be always flashing money, guns everywhere, money just doing all this. When you young and you ain't never had nothing, and you come out the jacks and shit, and a big bag of money coming in your way. Not with that bag of money, all kind of stuff come with that money. You got niggas hating on you. You got so much stuff come with that money, and you young. It's like it do something to you. It's like it come to a point where, man, I gotta stand up, man. I gotta show people that, man, you not gonna be playing with me like this. I went through it, man. You not gonna be, niggas be playing, man. A lot of niggas be playing, dog, and that's how a lot of rappers get into shit because, like, nigga, I'm getting money and you playing with me, like, that's how a lot of rappers get into shit. Like, this shit a war zone out here, Vlad, for them youngsters. This shit get retarded out here because niggas want they spot. People want they spot. You get money. You gotta have that iron. You gotta protect yourself, Vlad. And if you already in trouble, like, that shit crazy, man. Like, most of the time, them niggas they don't really be doing nothing.
Well, Kodak is back in jail because he tried to legally purchase a gun and lied about being a felon or being on probation. Like just a weird ass reason to be back.
Hey, bro, I don't know what Yak was thinking on that. I don't know what Kodak was thinking on that. I don't know what Kodak was thinking on that one, man. I ain't lying, dog. Me and Trick Daddy was hollering about little Kodak the other day. It was like, man, I was telling Trick, man, you gotta holler at that little nigga, man. I don't know what happened with Kodak. I don't know, dog. I don't know what happened on that. I won't see all them little niggas come home, though. I like to see all them niggas come home and form a group or something. All them little niggas hard. I like to see all them little gangsta ass niggas come home and form a group.
Yeah, imagine a group with NBA YoungBoy and Kodak Black. That would just be
For
crazy.
real, dog. Imagine all them in a group, but motherfuckers don't get along. You know what I'm saying? And I know how it be. There's too many motherfucking people around in everybody's circle for that to happen.
Well, but before I ask you this, I just want to establish something real quick, so we don't accidentally say anything here. Well, back in April, you got arrested, and it was, from what I understand, it was possession of THC and possession of firearm during a felony. Number one, is this still an open case?
Yeah.
Okay, so if it's an open case, I don't want to talk about it at all.
Yeah, it ain't. Yeah, it's an open case, but it ain't. It ain't what people thinking, Vlad. It ain't what people thinking. That gun was in my licensed security name, you know.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's an open case. That's all we're going to say about it. I don't want to have anything said in this interview that might potentially be played back in court or, be used as evidence or whatever else. But, when I first read it, it sounded like bullshit because you had security in your car anyways, like a security guard in your car. So this whole thing sounds like bullshit. And marijuana is going to be legalized nationwide really in a year now anyway. So it is what it is. I hope all that shit, blows over and that's all that's going to be said about this. I just checked the dates real quick and right after, we did our last interview on, hold on a second, on March 28th. 3 days later, the Nipsey Hussle situation happened. And everybody starts hitting me on my timeline, Boosie flashback, hypnotized with hatred, rappers getting killed in their own city, everything else like that. And I feel like although this has happened so many times since we've had that interview, the Nipsey Hussle situation really just personifies that statement so well. Because he was really in his hood, in front of his own store, rolling 60s. He felt safe. Everyone loved him. Didn't seem like he had security with him. Didn't seem like he had a gun with him. Someone rolled up on him that seemed to know him. And then boom, everything went left. When you heard about that situation, what did you think first?
When I first heard about the situation, I say, man, that's a nigga from right round in this hood who been hating on this nigga since forever. I said, you ask niggas in the kitchen, I said, man, that's a nigga right from his hood, been hating on him forever. Hypnotized with hatred, man. You go to the store, you see him. Everywhere you walk, you see his clothes. You go down the street, you hear his music. You know what I'm saying? You go to the burger stand, he on that. You go right here, he everywhere. He shooting videos. Come on, man. Nigga be hypnotized with hatred, man. That nigga been thinking about killing Nip for 3-4 years.
Yeah, I mean, we started reporting, on the grand jury transcripts and everything else like that. They knew each other. He approached him. The girl that was with him, the driver, took a selfie with Nipsey. And Nipsey brought up the whole snitch thing, which I think is what set it all off. Number one, did you know Nipsey at all?
Yeah, I knew Nipsey. I fuck with Nip, man. I fuck with Nip, dog. I go to the marathon and fuck with Nip. When I first, about 8 months after I came home, me and Nip did a record. When I used to go out there, Nip let me use his black trucks, his SUVs and shit. I fuck with Nip.
Oh, wow. So you guys were actually cool.
We cool on the rap level. I respect him, he respect me. If he come to my city, I'm gonna take care of him. If I go there, he gonna take care of me. If I need him for something, if I need anything, I can call him. You know what I'm saying? Especially that good ass weed. Yeah.
Man. When you look at the whole situation, and it all seems like, I think you're right. That dude was probably hating him for 3-4 years. But what probably set it all off was Nipsey calling him a snitch. And a lot of people look at the situation and say, Nipsey was too big to be telling that to someone. You know what I mean? If he felt that way, he should have let one of his little homies handle that. He shouldn't be engaging people when he's so much above them. You see what I'm saying? Because
no, I don't see what you're saying. A rat, nigga. I tell him, nigga, what do you? This shit ain't like on no movies where motherfucker coming to you and you send a nigga to talk to him and say, nah, you a rat. You tell him right there, nigga, you a snitch. The fuck on. This shit ain't like the movies when somebody walking. Nah, this shit don't go like that.
So you've called people snitches in the last few years to their face.
if I see a rat, if I see a rat, I tell him straight up, ain't no rats gonna really come around me though, Vlad. Like niggas know if you're a rat, niggas ain't gonna even come around me. You know, niggas gonna tuck their tail, dog. Niggas ain't coming around me like that. Niggas already know that. One of my cousin partners, this nigga just went on talking about he a rat. He know he can't come around me. My cousin know he can't bring him around me. Period.
Yeah.
Fuck that. That nigga been wanting to kill Nip. Straight up.
Yeah, man, because he was an aspiring rapper himself.
He wanted Nip's spy, bro. Hypnotized with hatred. He wanted Nip's motherfucking spy, bro. Bitch ass nigga killed that man, now that man kids. Come on, man. The kids hurt more than anything. Fucking kids and the mamas and shit.
Yeah.
They should have took that money from everybody. Reggie Bush trying to get that money. I wish something happened to me. I want motherfucker just start a fucking trust fund for my kids. I'm gonna take that money. But them children supposed to reap all the gangster shit my daddy did. All the realness my daddy did, I supposed to reap that. Straight up. That's what I ain't gonna say that for Nipsey family. That's what I did for my family. We gonna accept that. Anybody want to show some love for what my daddy done did, for what my family done put down? Shit, cause ain't enough money, it ain't never enough choke, man. For real, dog. Cause I was gonna donate some to that. But when they did that, they had me feeling like I was like, no, I ain't gonna do that, cause I might, that might look bad on my end. So I went to the store, spent about $3,000 on t-shirts, hats, everything. Just to try to get something back, But shit, I respect Reggie Bush for what he did.
Man, listen, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Fucked up situation, but and just recently we interviewed Slim 400, who's affiliated with YG, and he got shot 9 times on his own block, going back to visit a family member. You're in your neighborhood, in your car.
Yeah.
Okay. And I guess you had some other people in the car with you also, right?
Yeah, I had 2 bros in the car, but my vehicle is hella tinted. So when I jump out to go see my family, like, I guess these dudes was already on the block waiting for anybody to pull up to do whatever they was gonna do, but I was the one they caught. So as I'm walking, they already about to get the popping. So once I hear shots, shit, I'll get to trying to run, duck, get behind cars to get to my folks, like garage and house. And with me kind of halfway getting there, I kind of fall, and one of my relatives come out the house while they still shooting at a nigga. They pulling me and dragging me in, talking to me, trying to keep me alive. And it worked, you feel me? So ambulance came and took me from there, bro. But I still fully ain't myself. I'm out, you feel me? I ain't really know what's going on, but like I said, I got hit 9 times.
I mean, the fact that he survived is crazy. Like, he walked into that room and we had this interview, and I'm looking at him like, God damn, you've been shot 9 times. And you're doing interviews right now. But it's once again that same situation. Going back to your old neighborhood, hanging out, thinking everybody loves you when there's 1 or 2 people who really don't love you.
Right. I just left my hood yesterday.
Yeah, how's that?
Oh yeah, we threw a little after Tootie party, we just turned up in the hood and barbecued all day and stuff.
No incidents? Everything was love?
Yeah, everything was love. I don't have no incidents down there.
That's what's up. You don't live there anymore, though.
Nah, I don't live there. Live there. But you gotta protect yourself, bro. You gotta, you can't be too comfortable, man.
Yeah, I remember Trey D in this interview. He talked about how the term "keeping it real" is the worst term to ever hit the black community.
That's really kind of like a downfall of celebrity in the hood when you make it. Because, okay, if you move out or if you're not around, then, oh yeah, he don't come through no more. You know what I'm saying? Nigga went Hollywood. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you do, you know, you can't do it with bodyguards and security all around you because, oh, look at this scary ass motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, sitting over here flossing. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you. You got them old they ain't gonna do shit anyway. Motherfucker
Right.
slap the shit out of one of them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that be the attitude then. But, you know, the keeping it real, you know, that was the worst phrase that ever hit the urban community, I think, in the world.
Right, that come with success. You can't please everybody. You know what I'm saying? They gonna have them motherfuckers, they gonna always have them people not satisfied or got something to say. You know what I'm saying? As far as people trying to hurt you, at the same time, you gotta surround yourself. When you on your block, you gotta surround yourself, you know, with artillery. You know what I'm saying? That's just how that goes. You gotta surround yourself with heavy artillery when you go to your neighborhood. People gotta be around you on the corners. You know, this is just how it gotta be. You know what I'm saying? You're a celebrity. You know, especially if you didn't put in work in your neighborhood. You know, you got to pass in your neighborhood. You know, you got kids. You got kids. You got everybody got family. Everybody got. That's what everybody needs to know. You know, no matter what you done did in life, everybody got family who might want revenge.
Yeah, man. You know, unfortunately, that interview is just as valid today as when we recorded it a few years ago.
Yeah, man. He was hypnotized with hatred, bro. His girl took a selfie with his girl who he loving. She done took a selfie with Nipsey. You heard me? Bitch about trying to, bitch, he ain't never see her that happen in her life. Yeah, that nigga, all this shit. You didn't see that video, huh? You didn't see that video way back a couple years ago when that nigga, how he looked when he shook Nipsey hand, huh?
That wasn't actually him. I know what you're talking about, but they said that wasn't actually him.
Man, that was that nigga. Look at that nigga.
Not sure.
I'm telling you, man, that nigga was hypnotized with hatred, bro. Why would you want to kill Nip, dog? Like, why would you want, if you know you're a rat, him telling you a snitch was not the total reason, not even a close to reason why he killed Nipsey Hussle. Been wanted to kill him. Been hating on the boss. He wanted to rap. Everywhere you go, you hear Nip. You don't hear that. You hear Nip. He been wanting to rap. He been wanting to be a boss like Nip. This nigga about was getting shirts printed with shit on it. He about was getting shirts printed with shit on it. He was hypnotized, man. He was hypnotized, man.
Well, yeah, I think the point you just brought up, I never really thought about it, is that the girl that he's with is taking selfies with Nipsey Hussle, with him standing right there.
That bitch ain't never been that happy. He saw something in that whole eye. That bitch ain't never been that happy.
Well, you know, and if you talk about hypnotized, how else do you describe shooting someone in broad daylight with like 20 or 30 witnesses around with cameras everywhere?
Bro, if it was just a snitch, if he was just killed him because it was a snitch, he wouldn't even die. He would have shot him. Boom, boom. You call me a snitch, boom, boom. That's what it would have been. When you come back 3 times, you kick a man, you been wanting to fight him and kick him. Bitch ass nigga, you been wanting to fight him and kick him. That nigga was hypnotized. You shoot a nigga and kick him? Nigga, you been had this. I know when you fight him, I know how this shit is. When you go to the streets and want to kick this nigga, You been wanting to fuck this nigga up, man. That nigga was hypnotized, man.
Yeah.
How the fuck you, why you kick him? You been wanting to kick him. It ran quite gotten you. You been wanting to fight him and kick him. You been wanting to fight him. That's what he been wanting to do, fight him, get him on the ground and kick him.
Sad, man. It's sad. And then, 2 other people got shot too. I actually interviewed one of the dudes that got shot, and they tried to put him back in prison. Kerry Lathan, who had just got out of prison for doing, overdoing a murder or something like that.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Years.
He ever got out?
Yeah, he got out. And matter of fact, after our interview, we raised 30 or 40,000 for his GoFundMe. They ended up dropping the charges against him, and they got out. I think what they were trying to do is get him to testify to help their case. That's what they were really doing. But yeah, man, I think we helped him out.
Yeah, bro, I wanted to see that dude come home, dog. That's how that system works, though. They don't give a damn.
Well, a couple of times when we did our interviews, you were talking about the case that happened in the shopping mall with a security guard.
Right.
And just recently, you got hit with a $233,000 judgment.
Yeah, I just appealed it. I was never given a court notice, never, my address, I was never given a court notice, never sent nothing to me. Wow, this is the biggest shit going on in my life in the world. This man sprayed me in front of my kids. Why would I not go to court? Answer that.
Right.
Why in the hell would I not go into court? I'm suing y'all, I'm suing the city, I'm suing dealers. Why the hell would I not go to court for this man who sprayed me? Man, this is a whole cahoots, man. But soon as a judge default, you can send paperwork to my house. But you didn't never send it to me all this damn time. Never asked did I have a lawyer represent me on this case? Miss Biloxi, Mississippi, man, I'm going against some real shit, bro. I'm fighting. I just appealed that. When you sent it to me, why would I not come? Why a judge gotta hear me? Why would I not come to court? This man on camera spraying me. He is all the way to the wrong. Why would I not come to court? Why? I love going to court down there. Why would I not go into court? This is my justice, man. This is my justice for for the people who did this to me. The people I hate. Why would I not go to court? People better open their eyes up.
Right. And I just want to point out that basically, for people that aren't familiar with the court system, if you have a court case and you don't show up, they're just going to listen to one side of the story and assume they're telling the truth and give them something called a default judgment, meaning that, okay, the other side didn't show up, here's what we're going to give you without any sort of opposition. And that's what happened to you.
Right. Like, why would I not go to court? This is something, bro. You got to understand, man, I'm against this whole city, bro. I'm all they big stuff they got going. I'm shutting it down, slowing their numbers down. So I'm up against a lot right now, Vlad. But I'm fighting. Nobody know they never sent me nothing. You never sent any lawyer. I never even had a chance to hire a lawyer on this case. I'm fighting a case in the mall. I didn't even know about this. Man, they didn't even put me on game on this shit, bro. Like, this is some sneak attack shit. They know I be in court early every time. I'm trying to sue this man. This man sprayed me in front of my child, dog. Kept spraying me, bro. Like, this man, hey, bro, I'm not being quiet about this, Vlad, because this time I'm right. I done messed up a few times in life. But this time, I got racially profiled and jealously, maliciously sprayed down, called a boy, I got treated like, you know, you spray me in front of my child, man. You know, you have my baby mama scared for my child to go places with me. I can't even go in the mall with my daddy. You know, so I know in my heart that a judge gonna see this is wrong. It's no proof that they didn't say. I never received any paperwork. So a judge gonna default this and throw this out, and we gonna get back to what it is, because, you know, I'm not laying down. This is the most important thing in my life right now, and I ain't going for it, Vlad, bro. You know, like when you know, but hey, when somebody wrong, they gotta fight back some way. They gotta try to you know. We ain't in California, Vlad. We ain't in New York, Vlad. We in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Yeah, and Mississippi is considered one of the most racist states in America.
We in Biloxi, Mississippi. That's all I gotta say.
Yep. Well, sounds like you haven't paid none of that $233,000 yet, and sounds like you're still fighting it, which is dope.
Right.
What exactly happened with the whole American Airlines situation?
Fuck American Airlines. Fucking hot ass plane. American Airlines, hey, bro. Let me tell you what happened. It's me and 7 kids. He closing the door. I'm like, can you please let us get on the plane, man? I got my kids. Woo. This the flight. This the man at the thing. They got another black guy. Say, okay, I'm gonna go ask the pilot. They go ask the pilot. The pilot say, yeah, they can get on. This racist motherfucker come straight, turn around, look me up and down at my jury, looked at my badass kids, and said, no, the door is closing. We're gonna close it. After the pilot said we can get on. You know, every time they planes always delayed. Them motherfuckers, I don't give a fuck where you going, that motherfucker delayed. You heard me? Real shit, bro. American Airlines, they fucking people be angry. I'm talking about they fucking flight attendants be angry as fuck. I don't know why they people be angry on the fucking plane. They be angry as fuck. It's not like Delta, bro. It's a total different experience, bro. I swear to God. They need to put some fucking TVs on them damn motherfuckers. About 3 of them got TVs in the whole country. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't fly American Airlines. I fly mostly JetBlue, and I've had nothing but good
Don't
experience.
fuck with American Airlines, bro. They just did something to my guy at WorldStar. My guy at WorldStar people, bro. They just handled his family so bad. They just out of control, bro.
Did they try to reach out and contact you after the whole situation, or not really?
Nah, they wrote something talking about, they wrote an article or something talking about Boosie was something. I don't know. I don't give a damn. I speak my mind. That's one thing about me, Vlad. You know, if I feel somebody just do some pussy shit to me, and you know what I'm saying, I can't take it, and I can't take it to the way I know how to take it to, you know, I'm gonna show you as a bitch on social media. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no beef. It ain't like, you know, because I can't hurt you. So I'm gonna show you a bitch on social media in real life, what you did to us. You wrong, man, what you doing to people. That's why I exposed fuck American Airlines. That's why I did that shit. Because I don't like when people handle me like that and they can live and talk about it without I just like people to, I don't want to talk about this shit.
Well, you fly first class, right?
Right.
Right. Or probably business class sometimes.
I don't fly nothing but first.
Okay, I fly first in business. I don't mind business class.
Nah, I can't fly nothing but first.
Okay. Have you ever had a situation where they just assumed that you weren't in first class?
Nah, not really. Not really. Cause everywhere I go, Vlad, I try to look the part, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't go in first class looking like no person who supposed to be in the back, you know. I'm pretty clean cut when I go on the plane, you know, because the airport got all the girls.
Well, you know something, as you know, I fly first class as well, and you know, I'm sure you and I both have designer luggage and everything.
It's just in first class they ask me a lot of questions. You know, the white people, they ask me a lot of questions. We talk, because I like to make people have fun in first class. So I like to get people drunk. And, you know, they ask me a lot of questions. They don't know too many rappers. They know P. Diddy, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne. They don't know too many rappers. They be like, then they'll ask you your name, then they'll Google you. And then they'll call it one of their family members and verify you. But they just when they look at me, they ask, am I in hip hop? That's what they ask. And they ask,
Okay.
do you know Beyonce? Have you ever talked to Beyonce
Right.
superstar? Beyonce super lit, dog. I'm telling you.
Right, and you know, in first class, all the liquor is free and unlimited. So this is how you can just get everyone drunk. This is what you're talking about.
Yeah, man. I try to I ask people where they from. Like, where you from, man? You know, I get me somebody from Louisiana. Hey, you know.
All right, so I just want to do a little public service announcement, and I think you're gonna know what I'm talking about because, you know, I have designer luggage. I got Louis, you know, suitcases and Louis backpacks and Gucci bags and all that. I'm assuming you got the same thing, right?
No,
You don't.
no,
Why not?
because that is a Target bag. My bag,
Really?
my bag's gonna look like everybody else's bags on there.
Well, even the you know, the carry-on bags?
Yeah,
Huh. Okay.
yeah. I'm high. I might leave that motherfucker.
Okay. Well,
I
got
leave
designer
if you
bags.
leave a Louis bag in the airport, somebody gonna pick that motherfucker up. Huh?
right. But I've always noticed that the dudes with the most designer luggage will walk right past me into Coach.
All the time.
and take their expensive ass fucking bags and shove it into that small ass space with 5 other bags and fuck their bags up in the process.
We was talking about that the other day. I swear, Vlad, this was like a month ago. We were talking about how everybody be coming in the back. My people was talking about like my people who sit in the back. They was like, man, everybody be coming back there with Louis luggage and Louis Vuitton purses, and I was like, shit, they could have spent that on about seven. They could have spent on 9 tickets.
This is what I'm talking about. Like if you got all those expensive bags, don't take them to Coach. You're just gonna fuck them all up. You know, spend that money on some first class tickets and enjoy your flight, because you're gonna fuck those bags up. They don't give a fucking Coach. They're trying to shove whatever they can in that limited space. I just find it funny, man. I just find it funny. You know, people
I be
their
seeing that
priorities.
shit too, but you know, everybody done been through them struggles, man. Everybody done been through them motherfucking shine before you got it. Fuck all that. You know?
I feel you.
When she jump off that plane, she might pull her a nigga with that Louis Vuitton purse who changed her life.
There you go.
She in first class. She in a jet now. You better tell you they go on they move. I'm telling you, she better keep that Louis first. Niggas see that, nigga think, oh yeah, she got something. Oh yeah, she nice.
That's funny. I didn't even think about it that way. Fuck it. You compared Bill Cosby to Harvey Weinstein, and you said that that proves racism.
Yeah, I got my feelings one day. I got
You still
my
feel that way?
Yeah, man, because I saw they talking about Harvey Weinstein he got to pay off something, bro. Why Bill ain't got to pay? He got the money. Why Bill ain't get to pay, man? I just feel like they rocked that man world, dog. I feel like I feel like they rocked this motherfucking world. Real shit. They gave that man ain't I feel like they rocked this damn world. That shit happened way forever ago, man. I be feeling I try to put myself in people's shoes. I try to put myself in, I think them bitches, some of the most, I try to put myself in people's shoes, bro. Bitch, you knew what you was taking.
Well, I mean, Bill Cosby's in prison right now, as we're speaking.
I know.
And he's going to be there for a few more years. In fact, his insurance company settled with one of his accusers, Janice Dickinson, I think. And he was upset because he feels that his legacy is going to be fucked up by them settling on his behalf, because he didn't want to settle with anybody because he wanted to maintain his innocence. But since they settled, some people are going to think that he's guilty because, you know, from the outside looking in, a settlement looks like you're guilty, where in fact a lot of times you settle because it's just cheaper than going to court.
Yeah.
But Harvey Weinstein, he paid $44 million to settle his lawsuits.
Yeah, could pay that too. I just feel like it was no option. It was more options, way more options for him. And he was fucking boys, huh?
Nah, Harvey Weinstein wasn't fucking boys. He was
What, he was fucking kids?
No, he was fucking female actresses.
Oh, female actresses and shit?
Yeah, he would, you know, basically.
Both on was fucking bitches. But it's just a different treatment. You know that. Come on, man. This man 81 years old. Come on, man. It's just a different treatment, man. Real shit. It's just gonna it's just still a racially fucking world. And people gotta live with that. And I explained that in that last interview, Vlad, when I told you about Hugh Hefner. If Hugh Hefner was black, he would be a motherfucking rapist. He would be looked at, he would be the worst motherfucker in the world. 70, 80 years old, sleeping in the bed with 19-year-olds. He would be he would be looked at like a fucking malicious pimp. He wouldn't even made it, you know, and that's just facts. People can try to put the business in front of it, this business in front of it. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's just different strokes for different folks. And that's how it is when it's black and white. You know, certain this world is different towards people. And that's just period. You just see the shit with A$AP Rocky. Fuck, what you call him? Got caught with more shit than they got caught with weed and all kind of shit. G-Eazy. He was out 18 hours, 12 hours.
Yep.
You know, that's just how I go, bro. It's still a racial world, but I'ma just say that I'm not one of them in it. You know, I love my white people, my white fans. I'm just not one of them in it. You know, period.
Yeah, I mean, the A$AP Rocky trial is going on right now. By the time this video comes out, we're going to see what happens. We don't know yet. It's a 3-day trial, and he's facing 2 years. And so we're going to see what happens. Since last time that we talked, R. Kelly has now gotten locked up.
They trying to give R. Kelly life.
Think R. Kelly's going to get life?
They trying to max R. Kelly out. I would have burnt all them motherfucking tapes. I would have burnt the motherfuckers when they first started. When I first got accused that first time.
I interviewed one of the girls that testified against him in his first trial, and she was in one of the tapes herself. And she said that he would have a duffel bag filled with these tapes, and he would basically carry it with him everywhere he went.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
wherever he went, he'd go play basketball, he'd have the bag with him. He'd go to the studio, he'd have the bag with him. Like, he would never leave that shit unattended. Were you okay with him filming this?
I mean, it was uncomfortable, but I didn't say don't do it or anything, and it wasn't hidden.
Okay. And when he told you this girl's 16, was that bothering you at all?
Not because I was 17. So I felt like he said something. He told me something that he knew would be okay because I actually had a homegirl from Chicago that was 16 years old. So, and he knew about her. She would come to the studio. So.
Okay. And I guess he kept this bag of videotapes like everywhere he went.
Yes, he did. He took it everywhere, to the gym, back to the studio, on the tour bus. Yeah.
How many tapes was it, if you were to just guess?
I don't know. It was a lot, though. I mean, think about a Nike big old duffel bag that guys usually take to work out or to the gym. One of those stuffed with VHS tapes.
To me, that's just some what type of weird ass shit is that? Just,
That's
let's
some
just take a
maniac.
step back.
That's some maniac sex shit. You know, I would have burnt them motherfucking tapes. He fucked up with watching this stuff. That's why he probably had to keep the tapes. Why would you keep them tapes around you like that? I mean, you like to get high and watch yourself.
Yeah, man. I think R. Kelly's done. But then again, they're saying that all the tapes he has are basically the same tapes from his first trial, and they can't get him on Double Jeopardy. We're gonna see what happens. But
Yeah,
now
I
all
saw
the people.
some shit. They had 20 more tapes.
Yeah, I heard about that too. And now all the people around him are getting indicted. The people that were helping him, set up the girls for flights and shit like that.
Yeah, they're gonna make the tapes come out.
Yeah. I remember he had something called a crisis manager, the guy that would speak on his behalf, and they asked him whether he would leave his daughter alone with R. Kelly, and he said no. And then he ended up quitting right afterwards. Yeah, man. What type of motherfucker leaves their daughter with R. Kelly? Like,
Motherfucker looking for some money.
yeah, pretty much. Well, but in better news, Meek Mill got his case thrown out.
Yeah.
Heard about that?
Yeah.
Meek Mill is no longer a felon.
Yeah. That's strong now.
That's when you have that Jay-Z money.
Yeah, that nigga.
That sports owner money behind you. That Robert Kraft money and influence.
Yeah, boy, I got some billions behind him.
I've never even heard of this. Like, they actually went and threw out his original case, and even though they could retry him, they're saying that they're not going to bother.
Once you got, shit, you know how it go, Vlad. Shit, you know how it go, shit. You know how it go, man. Once you get that motherfucking, once you deal with people who talk to presidents and shit, like, you move mountains, like you move mountains. That was a power move what Meek did. You know what I'm saying? And he got some shit behind him. He got some billions behind him.
Right, because we had talked about this in our previous interviews. You were mad that he took a probation deal because you felt he should have rather just did like a year or something so he could be off probation, because that probation just hangs over you.
Right.
You wouldn't be smoking weed right now if you were still on probation.
Right.
Yeah, man, that probation is a motherfucker. He was on probation for since he was a teenager.
Oh yeah, I ain't know how long he was on there, but
it was long.
Yeah, that's a blessing. He off that shit. You feel like a whole free man. It's different. You can live better. You can enjoy your life better. You can have more fun, bro. Mostly, you can have more fun.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Meek Mill. I was definitely happy for him.
Hell yeah.
I was really happy for him. Everyone was happy for him. You know, and I think he actually used that opportunity to shed light on the legal system and show how unfair it is for certain types of people and how it sets up a revolving door. I mean, because look, if you go back to prison for popping a wheelie, like, come on, man. Like, that's just, how are you supposed to even really live your life?
Yeah. He showed that motherfuckers be getting picked on. You know what I'm saying? But that shit ain't gonna change, not for no other rapper or nothing like that. It ain't gonna change the situation for no other rapper who getting treated like that in a small town anywhere else, because, you know, you gotta have somebody behind you to do situations like that. Most people they ain't got nothing to fight with like that. So they gonna get fucked over like that. This shit is happening every day. You know, this shit happening every day. Local rappers getting fucked over. I'm talking fucked over, dog. I'm talking about hit with charges, bullshit, and, you know, locking them up on just anything, and he just ain't got the people behind him to show that, you know, this judge fucked up. You know, and that's how it goes.
Yep. Well, shout out to Meek Mill, man. Everyone's happy for you. Congrats on getting off, getting that shit
Hell yeah.
removed and getting off your probation and no longer being a felon, man.
Come smoke some of this good gas, Meek. Meek, come smoke some of this good gas, nigga. Yeah. I'm gonna put you out, nigga. Nigga, I'm gonna have you sleep right on this couch. I smoke Meek under the table, all them niggas. That's my nigga, though.
Well, Lil Nas X just broke the all-time record for having the longest #1 song on the Hot 100 charts. Old Town Road has been #1 for longer than any other song since they started recording this shit. He beat out Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men.
Yeah.
Now, along with him having this big song, he came out the closet and said he was gay.
Right.
And you made a comment about it.
Right.
You said, well, now you know what he was riding on the Old Town Road. Then he had an eggplant emoji.
Yeah, people get mad because of shit I say, but, you know, I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. I wasn't picking on him or nothing like that. You know, I was kind of like joking, but it was the truth. Like, he wasn't talking about fucking a girl on the Old Town Road. So what the fuck was he talking about?
Well, he said he cheated on his baby.
What so bad did I say? What so bad did I say? He was not talking about a fucking girl on the Old Town Road. He wasn't talking about riding on no motherfucking girl on the Old Town Road. He just told you. I'm just making a joke out of it. He just told you. He steady telling you every day on the internet. Come on now. It wasn't that bad now. I just said you knew what he was right, and it was the truth. He wasn't talking about a girl.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he said cheated on his baby, cheated on my baby. You can go and ask her. And someone was like, well, does that mean that you cheated on her with a dude?
Man, you know what he talking about on that Old Town Road.
Right.
Come on, man. He wasn't talking about no. Come on, man. Don't make me get slammed, Vlad, by everybody, bro. But let's keep it real. It was a joke, but it was real shit.
It was real shit. Someone on Twitter hit me and said, Old Town Road leads to Brokeback Mountain.
I hope he won't get on it, bro, because people think that I have something against the gay people. It's just sometimes I say shit, you know, because, you know, when I first came out, I used to be like, damn, it's so much gay shit. And I'm the just type of person who speaks about it. You know, never said I ain't got nothing with gay people. I was just like, it's so much gay shit going on, bro. That's basically what I was saying, bro. And people tend to act a certain way when I say stuff. But you know, I didn't got better. You know, gay people funny. Like I got gay people a part of my business now. You know, it's nothing like that, and people just be judging wrong sometimes. But you gotta understand me as a person. I come from prison where gay people, where gay men are not allowed to have real names. Like, he's not allowed to be called Larry. He's not, he gotta be Larry Nisha. He gotta be I come from a place where gay men cannot stand up and use the restroom. They gotta sit and piss. You know, they can't talk disrespectful to a man. You know, saying that to say I came home to a world that was just different from that. You see what I'm saying, Vlad? But I've never been against the gay community or nothing like that. I got family members who are gay. Like, I never been against me. It's just, you know, I say what I want to say, and you got to see where I come from. You know, I say what I want to say. And, you know, if anybody done took it wrong, I do respect whatever y'all do, you know what I'm saying? I just came from a place where I did not respect it. You know, I had to learn from coming to the world, Vlad, you know what I'm saying? Am I making any sense to you, Vlad?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. And at the end of the day, just because how shall I say this? My whole thing is that you could respect someone, but that doesn't mean that you have to embrace it and love it as your own. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll give you an interesting example, right? I just interviewed Conway the Machine. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's part of Griselda Records. They got signed by Eminem, a bunch of real hardcore street rappers from Buffalo, from upstate New York, right? And one of the dudes in the group, like, you know, there's three people, and one of the dudes named Westside Gunn, he's got a mixtape series called Hitler Wears Hermets, right?
Yeah.
And on the mixtape cover, he has pictures of Hitler wearing, you know, fly ass clothes and stuff like that, right? He's not talking about killing Jews in the songs or gas chambers, nothing else like that. He explained how his man did it because it's a takeoff of The Devil Wears Prada. Why that name? Like, why go with this whole Hitler thing?
Because he was on some, you know, my brother is on some extra, like, artsy or fly and grimy. He try to merge. He don't try. He do it. Like, he merged all that shit. Like, the grimiest, disrespectful shit ever with the most flyest, prestigious shit ever. You know what I mean? With some art, and you know what I mean? And some wrestling and all that shit. He just fused all that shit in the pot like gumbo. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was just a spinoff of, like, the Devil's Wear Prada movie. You know what I mean? Like, now Hitler wear Hermes. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's okay. I see what you're saying.
That's why he flipped it.
It's there for shock value. It's there for the art. And I'm Jewish myself. And when I saw that, he explained to me, I said, okay, cool. I get it. I get artistically what he's trying to do. You know, but I'm like, well, I'm not going to wear the merch. I'm not going to wear a Hitler t-shirt. But so I don't love it, but I respect what they're doing. And that's the whole thing. Like, yo, you could respect someone but not want it for yourself.
Right.
And that's okay.
Right. I can,
you know, just because you don't want it for yourself don't mean that you hate it.
Like, I respect it to the fullest, but I'm not gonna put it on anybody. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna raise people how I was raised against it. Period. You know, that's how I was raised, you know.
Well, and here's the thing. Lil Nas X had the #1 song in the country. He came out as gay, and he continued to have the #1 song in the country. It made absolutely no difference to anybody. There wasn't any shows canceled. His record sales didn't drop. He wasn't kicked off his label. It didn't matter. He said what he said, and nobody cared.
But why did people care about my comment?
Man, because people like to call other people racist or call other people sexist or homophobic. That's the new thing. You know, everyone wants to be woke and wants to condemn everybody else.
It's all good though. I ain't tripping.
Yeah, I ain't tripping either. People accuse us of the same shit, so I really don't give a shit. You know, we're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about. Shout out to all the gay viewers. I know there's a lot of them. Shout out to all our gay fans and people who watch our videos. You know, I'm sure lots of gay people go to your shows and spend money.
Right. All the time.
Listen to your music and everything.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And you know, at a certain point, man, not everyone's gonna love you. Not everyone's gonna, love you and embrace you. But as long as there's respect, that's all good.
That's all good, bro. Everybody do something, bro. Everybody in this world do something.
Yep. You went on Instagram upset because I don't know if it's your latest album or the one before it only sold 300 copies.
No, bro, that was a misunderstanding. I was saying they took that and flipped that. Vlad, I was on live saying, y'all motherfuckers be on this live, but y'all don't be buying people's shit and a nigga shit'll sell 300 copies. I wasn't saying that my record did that. It's just the little blogs, Vlad, you know how they do. Take that shit and flip it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that shit was. That shit was just like that was some flipping shit. They took off my live and edited.
Okay, so your shit didn't, sold more than 300.
Yeah, bro, like.
Okay.
They flipped that shit on me, Vlad.
Okay, just checking. But at the end of the day, who the fuck cares, man? You got a catalog, you got sold out shows. It don't matter.
Yeah, we still getting money. Like we straight, you know what I'm saying? We still grinding every day. We just staying focused and making major moves and just, keep putting out that real music.
Jermaine Dupri got all the female rappers upset recently.
I saw something about that. I ain't really getting to it and read about it, but I saw something about it.
Okay, so what happened was he was doing an interview and they asked him who his favorite female rappers are. And he said, honestly, they all sound the same to me these days. They're all basically strippers who rap.
It was kind of hard, bro.
Now, let's take a step back and look at the top female rappers right now. Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, City Girls. I would say those are the top 4 female rappers or groups right now. Would you agree with me?
Right.
I'm not talking about skill, whatever. I'm just talking about who gets the most publicity, who gets the most views, most plays, whatever else. It's those 4.
Right.
And all 4 of those are pretty much what Jermaine Dupri is talking about. Do you think what Jermaine Dupri is saying is wrong based on the biggest females all pretty much talking about the same shit?
He's saying all the rappers are rap like strippers.
Yeah, he even went on to say that there needs to be a new genre of rap called stripper rap.
Hey, I don't know. You fucking me up with this one, Vlad. I don't know. Is he saying that because Cardi B a stripper? Because Nicki Minaj ain't never stripped. I don't know why he, I don't know. He kind of, hey, cause Cardi B won strip, right? Did Megan
Cardi
Thee
B,
Stallion
yeah.
strip?
No, she was in college. But what she talks about is basically stripper rap. Every song is about getting money out of a dude.
So who
and,
started the stripper rap?
I mean, you could say Lil' Kim or Foxy Brown.
You gotta define it. Oh, the stripper rap is like, oh, I get it. Lil' Kim, okay, sucking dick, I'll fuck a nigga, woo-de-woo. Like Trina, what you saying, like Trina?
Like Trina. Trina used to be a stripper too.
I don't know if you call it stripper rap. But a lot of them talking about the same
Same type of thing.
Getting money. It's a hot summer shit. Most of them talking about, they talk about what they living. They getting money. They, any nigga want them. That's what they basically doing. They basically talking about what's going on.
I don't really see a problem with his comments. At the end of the day, if you want to prove him wrong, come out with some different type of music. Or say, fuck it, yeah, that's what we're talking about. This is how we're getting it. This is our wave. Like I interviewed this girl, Light Skin Keisha, who kind of raps about the same thing, and she got a little heated during our conversation, but she's like, fuck it, if that's the wave you're doing, keep riding that wave.
It's just about what people are into. And right now with the females, they're into the sex. They're into the, she's rapping about her figure, and she's rapping about how she do these niggas, and she's rapping about, her hair and shit like that or whatever. So, but at the end of the day, everybody's rapping about it in a different style. They're rapping about it in a different flow. They're rapping about it in their own way. So it's like, and this isn't new. Like, they've been doing that. Nicki Minaj has been in the game for 10 years, and she's been saying shit.
Well,
she's been rapping about shit.
Well, and before Nicki,
Lil' Kim
was Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown
Foxy
at the same
Brown.
time,
You
and
had
they were
Trina.
both doing
Exactly.
And
Come on now, Trina.
You're right.
Come on now, Trina's song. Look back at it. Look back at it for what? Like, period. Look back at you for what? I'm trying to concentrate on busting me a nut. Like, period. Period. This is stuff before our time. So it's like, why now is it an issue? Oh, I think all females are rapping about the same thing. But at the end of the day, like, you have to also pay attention to what people are feeding into. Like, there are great artists like Tierra Whack and, so forth and so on. But at the end of the day, they're making it seem like the only thing that they're going to pay attention to and ride to is the sexual shit, is the shit that we be talking about in our music. You know what I'm saying? About everything that we're talking about. So it's like, don't judge us, just respect us. And at the end of the day, if all of these women are making a grind out of it, why hate on it? If they getting their money off of it, why hate on it? But I'm not saying that Jermaine Dupri is hating
I'm not hating on it at all. I'm just observing.
That's what's feeding your motherfucking family. Fuck that. Fuck what I'm talking about, bitch. That's what feeding your family. Do your motherfucking thing. Ain't nobody give you shit when you wasn't talking about it. And now you winning, you better keep talking about it. Shit.
There you go. We recently had an interview with Keefe D. You heard about this?
Nah.
Keefe D is the uncle of Orlando Anderson.
Oh, I know who Keefe D is.
He was in the car when Tupac's car got shot up in Las Vegas.
Right.
And he actually came on VladTV and did an interview. It was an interesting interview. I mean, it's still an open case. But he wrote a book about it. Why do you think that someone could be involved in such a serious crime but want to go and do interviews and talk about it?
I don't know. I couldn't answer that. I couldn't still be walking around every day. I couldn't answer that. My people wouldn't be going for that.
Yeah, I remember I had Twister on my show recently, and he said that money is no longer the root of all evil, it's attention. When you looked at that case and saw all the fuss that happened, with Chicago PD, and ultimately, even though they dropped the case, it seemed like it was bullshit. It seemed like the whole thing was put together by Jesse. Like, what's your take on it, being from Chicago?
A little bit of the same. I mean, disappointed that with so much going on in the streets of Chicago, that our attention can be taken away like that and put on something that was way much less of a factor than the actual things that are going on in the street. And it reminded me of a post that I saw E40 put up. And the post was, money is not the root of all evil anymore. Attention is. And that was the first thing I thought of when I saw how far this whole thing went, and it actually makes you fearful of how far a person will go.
When I lived, the thing I saw when he was doing that shit, I was like, damn, that nigga right there. That nigga saw Pac get his head buzzed. Then he said he saw the bullet go right in Suge's head.
Yep.
So but I feel like he feel like I try to think about me being in the streets so long. I just feel like he feel like for him to come out like that, he feel like Tupac ain't got nobody behind him gonna slide like that, That's how a lot of niggas be handling Pac, like ain't nobody gonna slide, so you could do that if you ain't, if ain't nobody in the streets gonna answer to that, cause he supposed to get his issue too, cause he was in a car, regardless. You a shot caller.
Well, the interesting part of this story was, okay, I mean, everyone knows the story. Orlando Anderson got jumped. Tupac threw the first punch, and then everyone else mobbed in and kicked him and everything else like that, right? But what he explained was that after that happened, Orlando wanted to fade with Tupac. He wanted a one-on-one fight. And Keefe knew Suge Knight since they were kids. They had run into each other. It was friendly. It was respectful, whatever else. Keep in mind, Keefe D was a major dope boy.
Right.
Was moving kilos. Had a Pablo Escobar connect.
Yeah.
Right. And that's established. He's not making that part up. I've talked to people who were around him during that time. They all co-signed this, right? So you got this major dope boy, and you got the major, Suge Knight, president of a major record label. He felt like he could approach Suge and set up a one-on-one fight between Orlando and Tupac, and that would have squashed the whole situation at that point. You initially wanted to go talk to Suge about the whole situation.
Yeah. We was I felt we was on that type of level where we can just get this shit squashed, get a head up, and stuff like that. With Lane and Tupac.
You wanted to meet up with Suge, but you had no way of getting in contact with him.
Yeah, one of my homies from out there we had some homies lived out there.
Okay.
That was kind of in the game. And they they put have a concert at the 662 Club. So we went up there.
Which was Suge's club.
Yeah, we went up there.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
So you guys went over there, but there was a bunch of cops and everything in front. No, there wasn't.
No, it wasn't no cops. We was there for about 30, 40 minutes in the back parking lot.
Yeah.
So I remember talking to someone that was really, really close to Tupac about this, right? Who was actually there at the shooting. That was in one of the cars when the shooting happened. That's how close they were to the situation. So I'm like, all right, this is stupid. Like Tupac would never fight this dude. And they said, actually, Tupac would have done it. If that idea was brought to Tupac, yeah, the dude that you just punched, he wants to have a one-on-one fight with you. They said Tupac would have absolutely done it.
Yeah.
Because Tupac would fight motherfuckers. He would fight his own crew sometimes.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, Suge would have never let it happen. He's like, you tripping. Suge would have loved that shit. Suge loves watching motherfuckers fight and chaos and shit like that. And, you know, if this was an easy way to settle this situation, Suge would have done it too. So all this could have ended with a one-on-one fight between two men. And they would have walked away with some bruises, and that would have been the end of that.
Nah, that shit wouldn't have been the end of that.
No?
I don't think it would have been the end of that. Especially if one got the best of the other. I don't think it would have been the end of that like that. I don't think they would have been to control Pac and they people if Pac would have got his fucking face bust all over. I don't think Keefe D would have been to control Orlando if he'd have got his face bust all over. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that fight would have ended it or nothing like that. I don't feel like it like that, cause from what I heard, you know, Orlando was about his business. So if Tupac beat me up, what I'm gonna do when I catch another motherfucker from death row slipping somewhere? You think I'm gonna let that shit ride? Nigga gonna jump on his ass. And they gonna say, no, me and Tupac good, but he had to get it. That's how niggas play street games.
So you've never seen a situation get bad and two motherfuckers just go and fight and then it's over at that point, or do things usually escalate?
Oh, yes. This happens all the time around here. Yeah, they was fighting the other night out there.
Really?
Two of my partners, yeah.
And is it usually over at that point, or?
Around here it
really?
is. That shit over with, man. That shit over with. Whoever get the best of each other, that shit over with, man. Y'all ain't gonna kill each other. Y'all, it's over with, man. You know, y'all been wanting to do that anyway. You know, hey, it always be one picking on another.
Yeah.
Or it's some shit where it just be, you know, like, I'm the type, you know, if I see one of y'all just keep on itching to fight, before this shit happens somewhere else, y'all just gonna fight, man. So y'all can know, he can know not to play with you, you can know not to play with him. Y'all just gonna fight, man.
Yeah, that's how it was at Death Row. Motherfuckers would have issues with each other and a fight would just break out. He told me Tupac would pull over on the side of the road and want to fight motherfuckers. Like, he'd get so angry. Like, yeah, man. Well, listen, rest in peace, Tupac. It's a tragic situation. How do you feel about Keefe D confessing to his nephew killing Tupac, even though his nephew was dead at the time?
Keefe D, yeah, a rat. You know, he did that to get out of trouble.
Right.
You know, he did that to get out of trouble, so he a rat. You know, he did that to get out of trouble. You know, he basically did that to get out of trouble. You know, I just feel like he was gonna take that to the grave. You know.
So, if you were facing 25 years.
I don't give a fuck what I'm facing, Vlad. We live by codes, man. I don't give a fuck, man. Niggas be talking about all that rap. Nigga ain't folding, you put yourself in that position, you fucked up. Anybody put themselves in that position, nigga, you fucked up. It's on you now. Whatever God come at you, it's on you, man. You fucked up. Nigga, you did that. Fuck all this, who did that, who doing this, and all. You did that. Fuck all that.
So telling on someone who's dead, that's still considered snitching in your book.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You still you ain't have to do that. You ain't have to do that. You ain't have to do that to your nephew, dog. You ain't have to put that much hatred across the world for your nephew. You didn't have to do that to your nephew. Fuck it, you know, more people wanted Pac here than dead. You know. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? Your nephew could have went out. You could have put even though your nephew was a legend, he could have died a legend that had the Google Big Boss Crips in L.A., not the person who killed Tupac. You know what I'm saying? You certified that shit, dog. Like you put the icing on the cake. You told what everybody was waiting to motherfucking hear. What everybody was waiting to hear. You ain't have to do that to your nephew, dog. Real shit, you know what I'm saying? You the boss, man. You know how it go, dog. You know how it go, dog.
Well, here's another interesting angle. I interviewed Freeway Ricky Ross, and he testified against the police. And he said when he was in prison, certain people were calling him a snitch because he testified against the police. You yourself never snitched on anybody, but you did testify against the police.
Mm-hmm. I caught slack behind that.
Did certain people consider that snitching?
In jail, they did. And it was usually like the guys who were like shot callers from different neighborhoods who felt I got off from that case and they didn't get off. But yeah, they did.
Do you consider that snitching?
I mean, fucking right. Like I live by a code, bro, where you don't get on that stand.
Against the police. The police.
What the police did, I don't get it. I don't know his case. What happened?
The police, I think, were like extorting him and you know, trying to, you know, muscle in on his business and all types of other shit. The police were just as crooked as what he was doing. So he ended up testifying against the police and he beat his case over that shit.
I don't know. I don't really want to comment on Rick shit, dog. I ain't lying, because that's my nigga.
Okay.
That's my nigga, dog. I was happy to see him home, dog. I don't
Yeah,
really know the specifics of his case, though. But I was just glad to see him home.
Yeah, listen, I fuck with Freeway Ricky. He's been on my show a bunch of times. You know, I feel like, you know, when you have a case, it's the U.S., it's like the people of the United States versus you. You are fighting a whole country and all the resources of that country. Like, that's an unfair fight.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that is.
That's an unfair fight, man.
That's fucked up. So they was giving him the dope.
It was something like that, man. It was like, it was a bunch of dirty cops.
Man, I heard Ronald Reagan was getting him the dope and shit.
Yeah, the Iran-Contra thing. It was basically what they were doing was they were allowing him to sell drugs and then taking that money and financing a war in South America because they didn't have the budget to get the guns to South America. So they were using the dope money profits to buy the guns for a war they wanted to fight in South America by arming one side of the conflict. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they turned around and busted Freeway Ricky when they were all done with that. See what I'm saying? It's a dirty game on a level that you and I cannot comprehend.
Yeah, I can't comprehend on that.
You know, we spoke about Nipsey Hussle earlier. Now, Nipsey Hussle's first child was being raised by Nipsey.
Yeah.
And Lauren London. His baby mother didn't have custody at the time that he had passed. But from what I understand, he was still supporting her financially. But after he died, she said that they cut her off completely, and now she's trying to take him to court and trying to get custody and stuff like that. And it's a very interesting situation, you know, as someone who has baby mothers. You know, it'd be interesting to get your point of view, because you're not supporting the child, you're supporting the mother, because you're supporting the child yourself in your own home. should you still take care of the mother even though you have custody of the child?
No. No, you shouldn't take it. It's called child support. That's what it's called, child support. I just, I was just finna have an argument with my baby mama about the same thing. My kid's been with me for 3-4 months. But you still want the full child support. They ain't gotta call you for a Big Mac. They don't gotta call you for nothing. Last month they showed me a little love. I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate that, but I just don't be feeling like that's right, man. They with me the whole time, and I gotta send all their money. Like, you ain't gotta spend $1 on them. So where that's going? What it's nothing is going on them because they good. Like they living. So that's what I get mad about sometimes. Like 3 months, 4 months, they with me. Like, damn. It called child support. Why? Where that's going? That's what I be. Feel what I'm at? See where I'm at, bro?
Yeah. Well, do you have full custody of any of your kids?
we got part-time because I get them on holidays, and I get them on all holidays in the summer.
Okay. And is it because of your lifestyle, having to travel all the time? Why you
It's just certain reasons. My little boy live with me. And my baby girl, she live with me most of the time. But if I could have it how I want it, I want all my kids with me. Like, that's why I built this big ass house, man.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about how your kids got to leave your house and then go back to a much smaller house or an apartment afterwards. I mean, you're not really playing fair when it comes to that type of thing.
Yeah, but it come back on me because, my kids' mothers, they be on their ass. Like, my kids gotta be sleeping in the bed for certain times. Like, my kids' mothers, one thing about my kids' mothers now, they be on their ass about, getting in bed and school and shit. So when they come to meet, it's like they wild animals. It's like they get out, it's like they wild animals, Vlad. They stay up days, bro. Like, and I catch the backlash. They think I'm having all the good, but I catch all the backlash and the wildness, you know what I'm saying? But back to the other subject, I just don't be feeling like that be right, but, you just gotta be able to try to work it out with you. So y'all don't argue, because when you argue, that make everything messed up.
Okay, well, you gave Tootie Raw the Jaguar because he just turned 16, right?
Yeah.
You have 2 older kids. How old are they?
One finna turn 17 and one finna turn 18.
Okay. At the point that your oldest turns 18, is the child support over?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any other children with the woman who has that child?
Yeah, 2 more.
2 more. Okay. So she's going to continue getting checks even after 18. After the oldest turn 18. The 17-year-old and 16-year-old.
The 17-year-old, I'm gonna be done with her mama.
Okay. So
and Tootie mom, I'm gonna be done with her mama.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going to happen, you think, once those kids turn 18 and the child support stops? Do you think that their moms are going to be okay, or do you think that it's going to be a problem?
That's not my problem because my child is grown. I'm not obligated to take care of that woman. I'm obligated to take care of that child. And now I'm not obligated to take care of that child. That child gotta be grown itself. So I'm not obligated. Whatever happens with them, that's on them. If they ain't, then that's on them. That ain't my priority.
It's just a very interesting situation that when someone has been getting a regular check for 18 years and they're getting it every month, and it's always coming, and it's coming, and it's coming. And, you know, you could say it's for the child, but I don't know really any woman who's getting child support from a man with money that's not using that for her own lifestyle as well. Let's just keep it 100.
Right, right.
Let's just keep it 100.
That's a fact.
You know, that suddenly that gets cut off. You know, what do you do with your life after being accustomed to just having that money come in every month? Like,
I don't know. You probably gotta, you know, get a job or find a nigga with some money and fuck him. You know, something. You gotta do something. You know. But it ain't like I'm on no motherfucking $10,000 child support. It all add up to it, but you know, I only pay a couple thousand.
yeah, man. You know, and when I look at the child support situation, it reminds me of the trust fund situation or the welfare situation, however you want to look at it. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I'm not going to say any names, but he has a child with someone whose uncle was a major celebrity. And, you know, their grandmother set up a trust fund for him, right? So I said, okay. And this child now is grown. And I'm like, well, what are they doing with their life? Well, they're trying to do music. They play in a band sometimes, and they went to school, but they dropped out. And, you know they got that check coming from the trust fund. So they don't really work that hard, which is probably similar to some of the child support situations that you see out there, which is also similar to the welfare situations you see out there.
Right.
You know, I think that once you start, you know, and I think, you know, it's nice that you pointed out that once those kids turn 18, they got to hustle for themselves. They're not going to get a check from dad
Right.
every
right.
month.
Right. That is done. It's done, and people, like women need to know that. Like it's called child support, man. And so you get you a job, and you already got you a job. You got stuff going for yourself. That shouldn't even be on your mind because that's called child support. Let that just go into a trust fund, or let that just go into an account for that child from 6 years old to 18.
Mm-hmm.
And surprise them with a check, or you know, something that, you know, you don't want to do that shit no 13 years and you don't have nothing to show for it. You know, like that's what basically it's, people, they need to understand it's called child support.
Mm-hmm.
That is for that child. It's for the best thing to happen for that child. And the best thing to happen for any child, for them to have a better future. So that shouldn't go on everything that present day bring us. Because you can buy that yourself off you working. You know, that should go for to make that child a better future. You fuck somebody who got blessed. With that money, make that child a better future. Give him a start like his father. Give him a better start. You know, because it add up, you know, it add up over the years when you add it up. Just think if it's just going and getting not touched. You know?
Oh yeah, yeah. If you put, let me tell you, if you put $10,000 a year aside for 18 years and let that interest compound at 5-10% a year, you're gonna have like $1 million by the time you turn 18. Easy, probably a couple million.
Especially for the women getting, you know, like 24,000 a year, you know, 26,000 a year. Man, you gotta think about their future, you know.
Well, Gucci Mane, now he's ordered to pay $10,000 a month in child support, and he had to pay a bunch of back pay as well. I think like over $100,000 in back pay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? 10,000 a month for someone like a Gucci.
What child need $10,000 a month? Just think about it. I like, what child? Them 30 days come back fast as fuck. What child needs $10,000 a month? How much school cost?
Few $100s.
Okay. Transportation to school, clothes. Going to events on the weekend. You know, you might average that out, man, bro. Like, come on. 10,000. I just feel like that's excessive. And instead of making these dads pay all this damn money, make them spend time with their kids. Let's set up a big old thing and let's make them spend time with their kids. You know, it's, because, you know, a lot of that money getting misused, Vlad. A lot of that money getting misused, bro. Like, I'm telling you, bro, I be seeing situations with boss niggas I fuck with. A lot of that money getting misused, bro. Like, a lot of that money really getting misused and getting used on the women and their lifestyle. I'ma say it. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, she was making $2,076 a month, and now she sued for $20,000 and she got 10. Well, I mean, you know, I have mixed thoughts about this because I feel like, well, listen, Gucci got money, and his child should at least have a comfortable lifestyle. His child should not be in the projects, you know, or on Section 8 or in a dangerous area if he's got money like that. That's his child.
Right.
You know, I understand that his child is mentally disabled.
Oh, I ain't know that. I ain't know that.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
I ain't know that. They need a little bit more. If he mentally disabled, she do need a little bit more money, you know.
Right.
If somebody mentally disabled.
Yeah.
A lot of times, bro, man, these baby mamas, a lot of times they don't want the child living with you. They don't want the child living with you. I'm telling you. It ain't that him probably don't want. It be the baby mama don't want the child living with him. You think a nigga don't be want they see they child in the same household seeing this? It be a lot of times it be the mama don't want the child living with the daddy. It's something they hold up inside. I ain't gonna really say that about his situation because that's a mental child because they're gonna have to be some, you know, the mama gotta probably be more hands-on than anything.
Right. Well, how many children do you have right now?
I got 8.
Any plans for more?
I kind of want another little boy. You know, I had 7 before I went to jail, Vlad.
Mm-hmm.
I had 7 before I went to jail, so I went on a long streak without one, so I had a little girl 3 years ago. She didn't got big now. You know, I love kids, man. You know, I do a good job taking care of them, and they make my life complete. You know, I don't look at kids like they hardships or blessings. I mean, hardships, I look at them like they blessings. You know, a lot of women should look at it like that too, because, you know, a lot of women judge a lot of men who have kids, but they don't even judge the man who have one kid and don't even take care of his own kid.
Right.
Most of the people with kids take care of their kids. That's just facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I'm gonna have another one. No, I'm thinking about. I still gotta go cross seas to China and shit.
Oh yeah, have your Chinese baby. Your I had Willie D on my show recently, and it just so happened by the timing of the interview that we did our interview a couple days after Bushwick Bill died. Did you know Bushwick Bill at all?
Yeah, I knew Bushwick Bill. I met Bushwick Bill a couple times. First time I met Bushwick Bill, we smoked angel dust together.
PCP.
Yeah.
Okay.
First time I met him, I was a teenager. He was in my hood.
Okay.
He was in the bottom. He was in my hood with Silk and Slim. He was in the hood. And I got to meet him. We smoked some angel dust.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, I've been hearing these stories about Bushwick Bill for quite a while. Well,
I went back to everybody on the block. I smoked with Bushwick Bill.
well, Bushwick Bill's a legend, man. Ghetto Boys. I mean, that was what I feel, the first major hip hop entity out of the South.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you could argue. I mean, there were rappers before them, but they were the first major rappers to come out of the South. Period.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Ghetto Boys. And one of the hardest groups ever. Come on. Scarface, Willie D, and then what Bushwick Bill brought to the table.
Hey, bro, hard. They one of the hardest ever, dog. Willie D cold.
Oh, yeah, man. Every time we start an interview, I always go, Willie D, man, it's time to step on some motherfucking toes. And he's like, man, fuck them hoes. But Bushwick Bill caught a lot of backlash after our interview. Because during our interview, he basically said, look, me and Bushwick Bill, we didn't get along. Are you planning on attending the funeral?
Nope.
You're not. Is Scarface planning on attending?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, why are you choosing not to attend?
See, when somebody have a funeral, man, it's like this. I feel like it's disingenuous for somebody to come to your funeral who you don't like. You know, Bill didn't like me. I ain't like Bill. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. This ain't no phony shit. I know that everybody want to hear some politically correct shit and all that, and but that's the truth, bro. The truth is the truth. And so, I know that if Bill had his choice, Bill probably see me walking up there like, get that motherfucker out of here.
And the family got upset. A lot of the fans got upset. But the way I look at it is like, Willie D's been saying this shit in VladTV interviews while Bill was alive.
Yeah.
How do you feel about a situation like that? Someone dies and you don't really have a lot of good things to say about that person.
Willie D just a person, I guess he speak the real. We gonna speak the real, don't give a damn how people feel about it. A lot of people ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I'm somewhat like that in some ways. It's hard for me to try to sugarcoat something. I gotta tell you like it is, or I just run from it and get away from the question. But R.I.P. Bushwick, man.
Yeah. And it's funny because I had Godfrey on my show recently, the comedian, and he told me that
a lot of fights happen at funerals. I talked to a funeral director, and because I had some stuff go down in my family. I'm not gonna bring it. It was very minor, but it happened. We're all good. And I talked to the funeral director,
okay,
because I went to see my parent. I'm gonna be honest. I saw my father's laying in rest by myself because some shit went down. I saw him. Listen, I saw my dad. I had a show in Chicago at a university, okay? And my dad's body was laying down the street from that show I was doing. And I had to do my show, suck it up, do my show, and go see my dad's body right after the show. And I saw my dad's body, and I talked to the funeral director, and I said, yeah, he said, why did you come by yourself? I said, man, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on right now. I can't, blah, blah, blah. He goes, oh, that's typical. I said, really? He goes, every time. He said, I've been doing this shit 30-something years. Always fights.
Have you seen this type of thing happen?
Yeah. It just happened. Arguments happen, people see people. Just how I go at funerals, man. People are in their feelings, and especially when the other baby mama see a girl he probably was fucking her. You know how that go.
Yeah, man. I saw a video of some dude show up to a funeral and ended up punching the body, like punching the dude in the face, like in the casket, like.
Oh, that had to be set up, bro. They had to be set up. That's straight disrespect there.
I remember, I think it was Fendi. You know, Fendi used to, I think he pretty much discovered Nicki Minaj. He used to manage her back in the day. And there was a picture of him where he took a picture of himself at a dude's funeral, and I guess the dude was an enemy. He wanted to just show up to make sure he was dead.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Yeah, man, but my whole thing is, I don't blame Willie D for showing up at a funeral that he didn't feel welcome at.
Right. I'm not showing up at no funeral I don't feel welcome at neither.
Yeah.
You know, cause you know, if you ain't like me, I know all your people ain't like me. So how they gonna feel when I'm coming in here? Anything might go down. We done whipped guns on each other. We done did all this shit. He don't feel comfortable going, man.
Yeah, man, I stand behind Willie D, and that's actually a friend of mine. Me and him talk all the time. We hang out, you know, when he's in town. I think a lot of people just can't stand with realness. You know, people, when someone dies, it's like all their flaws get erased. And you're only supposed to talk about the good shit. But that's just not how life works.
Yeah, death is a motherfucker, bro. Death is a motherfucker. Just like when Nip died, bro. Like when Nip died, I feel like, you know, my death won't go unheard about. I feel like Nip death gave real niggas like me, bro, like, not being afraid to die, because, you know, the love Nip got, bro, that was special, bro. For real niggas who kept it solid in the hood, who didn't change up, who wouldn't like everybody else, you know, who kept it 100, you know what I'm saying? Nip gave hope to a lot of people, you know. I know he gave hope to me with his death, you know. You know, the realness do come back. It's just sad that you gotta die to get that realness, you know. That's what it's sad. That's what it's sad.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. And, you know, I'm not trying to put this out in the universe, but I think when Boosie eventually passes, I could see something similar to what, you know, a funeral similar to what Nipsey Hussle got.
Yeah, I hope so, bro. I hope so.
Yeah, I think we all aspire to that. You know, unfortunately, you don't
That
get
made
to see
me
it.
smile, man. When I saw that, man, that made me smile, bro. Like, that shit made me smile, dog. I ain't lying. When they told me, I was like, man, his shit finna be at the Staples Center. You know, that shit made me proud to be a real nigga, dog.
Boosie, always a pleasure. You got new projects coming out, by the way? You got
Yeah,
something coming out?
I got my Legend album. I'm finna drop. I got me and Zaytoven finna drop a CD next month. Badass Zaytoven finna drop a CD next month. Me and Mo3 got a CD I'm finna drop the month after that. I got a CD called In-House I'm dropping in the end of October. Me and my in-house producer, he did all the beats, Jet the Beats. But my artist Blue finna drop his tape with Columbia. We just grinding, man, you know. OG Dre got the new record with Baby the Sauce. So we just grinding, man.
Okay,
and
and
I'm
Mo3
finna drop the record with DJ Khaled and Lil Blur. So we we finna kill it.
Okay. And you know, I interviewed Mo3 not too long ago. We talked about how you got on the Everybody remix, which is just a great song. Then you drop a remix with Boosie.
Boosie called me. He called me at DJ Khaled house. I'm sitting in the parking lot, and he called me from Khaled house. He was like, man, I need that Everybody. Like, I'm trying to get on there. I was like, yo. He was like, nah, for real. Send it to me right now. I'm at DJ Khaled house right now. I'm finna get in the studio. I sent him that bitch.
I mean, that's a hell of a song.
Appreciate it. That's real.
It's a hell of a song. And honestly, I mean, I like Boosie's version as well, since I'm a Boosie fan, but really you held that song down by yourself just fine. Like,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and I think it's one of these like kind of messages that everyone can relate to. It's
I lost all my friends.
All right, man, that's dope. A mixtape with Mo3, I think that's dope because Everybody was a hell of a song.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just interviewed Yellow Beezy. I'm really hoping that him and Mo3 eventually work out their bullshit.
Right,
I think both of them are way too talented to be beefing like this with each other.
Right.
And the fact that there's so much attention on Dallas right now for the first time in fucking forever.
Right.
That if they can figure out a way to work it out, the whole city's gonna win.
Right.
Exactly, man. Boosie, always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, Vlad. You know, every time you call me, we got the Everybody Ain't Your Friend album finna drop, so we gonna keep on killing it, Vlad. They always tell me, they in my DM, man, when you going back to Vlad?
Yeah, they're in my DMs talking about when's Boosie coming back on. You know? Well, a couple million people are gonna get to check this out all over again. That's what it is, my brother. Salute.
All right.
Peace.